What's going on, everyone? We have officially made it. Lakers basketball is here. I am pumped. I am excited, as I'm sure all of you are. Lakers take on the Denver Nuggets at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time. I'm excited. I think both of these games are going to be great. You got the Lakers and the Nuggets, and then you follow that up with the Suns and the Warriors. I think that you're talking about four of possibly the top five teams in the Western Conference. It's going to be a night of just really great basketball. But the Lakers, this is huge, right? Denver, you heard all the noise, primarily from Mike Malone. Players didn't really talk or really say much, but from just Mike Malone's standpoint, right? Anthony Davis, LeBron have both kind of talked about hey, we'll see, right? We're gonna show them. It's ring ceremony night. It's the first game of the season. It'd be nice to start 1-0, and it would just be nice to kind of set the tone for the season. Now, obviously, whether we win or lose, it's not the be-all, end-all, right? You don't win or lose a season on one game, right? Lakers could win by 30, and it doesn't mean that they're hoisting the Larry O'Brien trophy at the end of the year. I do think that they will be, but them beating Denver opening night doesn't mean that they will be, right? Same thing as if they lose, right? If they lose by 30. Right? It doesn't mean that that's it. Pack it in. Lakers are the worst team in the league. No. It's a long season. There's a lot of things that need to be worked out. Denver's going to have the hangover. You can make a lot of excuses either way if either team loses, right? Lakers, they need to continue to build chemistry. They have things that they need to work on. Right? It's going to be a process. I don't expect the Lakers to look like the best team in the league opening night. It'd be nice. I would love it. But I do think that this is going to be a tough, hard-fought, just grinding game. I think this is going to be a real test for the Lakers. I think this is going to be a game where, Denver's going to want to beat them. They're going to want to, get the win on the rain night. I think that they're going to want to just, keep that energy with the Lakers and kind of instill that in their head of hey, that's 5 times now, right? And just kind of just set the tone for themselves, right? Everyone wants to win on opening night because it really does. It instills confidence, right? And especially a team like the Lakers that is very young, right? They're just coming together for the most part. Even the returning players. Yeah, they played last season, but they only played 24 games total or whatever, fully healthy together. So, that's something that the Lakers need to continue to build and establish. And getting that first win would just be huge, right? Because you get that establishment win, you build that confidence, you just beat the defending champions in Denver on rain night. There's very few ways to get it higher, right? Now, it's not the revenge is beating them in the Western Conference, and which right now, both teams are 1-1, right? Lakers beat them in the Western Conference 2020, ended up winning the NBA championship. Denver beat them in the Western Conference in this past season and ended up in the NBA championship, right? So I just hope we play Denver in the playoffs. I really don't want anyone else to beat them. I don't want them to play Phoenix and Phoenix beats them, right? I really want the Lakers to be that team that takes them out and eliminates them in the playoffs. But it would be a nice start to get that first win in Denver tonight. But Lakers are going to have their work cut out for them, right? We can't be sloppy. We can't buckle down, right? We had our good moments where we looked absolutely brilliant in preseason. We had some rough moments. It happens. It's preseason. There's a lot of stuff that I think you can chalk up to just it's preseason, right? So, teams aren't going 100%. Teams aren't really, trying. They're just trying to get out of there healthy. They're just trying to work a sweat, get their game legs underneath them, kind of work on some stuff that they need to work on to get ready for the NBA season. It's nothing that serious. The wins and losses don't matter. Guess what? It does tonight, right? The wins and losses absolutely matter. And the Lakers need to buckle down. They need to lock in, and they need to get this done, right? Rui Hachimura's coming off the bench. I love that, right? Because now he can be a real scoring threat. He can kind of be our main primary offensive threat off the bench. I also think that he's going to be in the conversation for 6th man of the year. I really do. I think he's going to be fantastic because he's going to be able to be more of a focal point. Obviously, the loss of Jared Vanderbilt this game, that hurts. Hopefully, he's not out for a good amount of time because the Lakers have a grueling schedule. right? So we need Jared Vanderbilt. We need all hands on deck to get through this. We got the Suns coming up, right? Like that's going to be another big test. Lakers are going to be tested for sure. Right? The first two games are against two of the top three teams, in my opinion, in the Western Conference. I think the three teams that are most likely to come out of the West are the Lakers, the Nuggets, and the Suns. The Lakers play the Nuggets and the Suns in their first two games, right? We need to get that win, especially if we can beat both Denver and Phoenix. Whoo! Look, don't get too high with the highs, don't get too low with the lows. If you're familiar with me, you know that was my motto all year last year, right? And I still believe that. But if we beat Denver and we beat the Suns, oh, believe me, I'll be talking. I'll be talking all right. But just know, we can't get too big-headed. We can't get too ahead of ourselves, right? Just like if we lose, people will be talking, right? But regardless, like I need to see the Lakers ready to go. I'm not expecting perfection. I'm not expecting them to, beat Denver by 30 or anything. Like I do think it's going to be a hard fought, just good, maybe even down to the wire type game. I would love, even if obviously if the Lakers can beat them by 30, beat them by 30. But, I would like a nice, steady, controlled game, right? Let's say we win by 5, but we were pretty much up the entire game. It never really got away from us. We were in control basically start to finish. I would actually rather have that than beating them by 30. Because if the Lakers just get hot and just shoot the lights out and Denver plays poorly, that's kind of that mental excuse for both sides. Right? It's Lakers just played great. We played terrible. It is what it is, right? And then same thing from the Lakers side, right? If they shot the lights, it's are we really that good or did we just have a hot night? Right? But if the Lakers go into Denver and they're basically in control the whole game, or at least a large majority of the game, where it's you saw, if you watched the game, the Lakers were going to win this, right? I'd rather that, because then it's oh no, we are that good. We controlled that game. It was a hard fought game, but we were in the driver's seat the entire time, right? And then also it instills in Denver, hey man, they basically controlled and dictated that game from start to finish, right? It becomes a different game. But I need to see the core guys continue to step up, right? I need Anthony Davis to continue to play the way we've seen him in preseason. I mean, that was bubble AD. He's hitting the 3-ball, scoring from all over the basketball court, being aggressive, locking down defensively, being the superstar, being the leader, being the guy for the Lakers. LeBron James looks spry. He looks young. He looks ready to go. Right? He was doing and just abusing and doing everything that he wanted to do. I love that. Right? D'Lo looks like a man that heard all the noise this offseason. Right? I mean, defensively, he was fantastic. He's not Jared Vanderbilt, don't get me wrong, but man, the dude was getting after it on the defensive side. Right? Disrupting passing lanes, staying in front of his man, setting traps, everything you could ask, he was doing. I hope he keeps that energy. Right? Austin Reeves still looks like him. Right? I need to see the core guys continue to thrive, continue to be good. Taurean Prince, whether he sticks to the starting lineup or not, right? I do think once Jared Vanderbilt's ready to go, he'll be back. But, whether, let's say Taurean Prince plays fantastic. It's dude, we can't take him out of start. He's just been great. Then, whatever it is, right? We need him to play his role. Defend at a high level, shoot at a high level, be that kind of glue piece for us. Gabe Vincent come in, kind of take on that Dennis Schroeder role, be, consistent defensively, just getting after it on both sides of the basketball, hitting the open shot. Jackson Hayes, we need him to do exactly what he was doing in preseason, be a rim pressure, constant floor running big, high energy, doing the dirty work, diving for loose balls, sacrificing your body, all those. The Christian Wood, we need him to kind of start rounding into form. He struggled a little bit in preseason, but I expect him to kind of take a couple games to get in rhythm, but it'd be nice to kind of have him ready to go immediately because he's a guy that could really change the tide of a lot of these games, this Denver game as well as the Suns game, right? And any of the games, right? I mean, you talk about a 17 and 8 guy coming off the bench, that's huge. He's another guy that I think, with this Lakers team could be in the conversation for sixth man. Rui, as I mentioned earlier, we need him to be that consistent scorer. We need that consistency. We know he can put the ball in the hoop. We know he can be great on any given moment. It's the consistency. We need that from him. But just everybody. We need consistency from everybody. We need guys locked in, focused, ready to go. Let's go get this W. Let's wrap this up. Get ready for the Suns. And we'll talk. But, look forward to all the live streams. I'm excited for them. We're back doing the watch along streams. We'll do the live streams, the post game streams, all that stuff. So make sure you're locked in, you're focused, hitting that subscribe button. So make sure you take a second, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. As always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions. What do you think? Think Lakers get the W tonight? Do you think that they, do you think like, nah, it's probably Denver? However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, let me know.